What's going on, guys? Welcome to the channel. I'm the Toy Sheik. Today, let's discuss Mondo, the amazing toy company. I'm a Mondo shill. I love them. They have so many products that I buy, have bought, or dream of buying. They are definitely one of the top companies out there, no matter how you look at it. They're in the 1/6 scale size, so you're going for a bigger action figure size, but they are breaking into the 1/12 size of action figures coming up this year. They already have had pre-order for a figure that is in that scale that recently just ended. So they're getting into that. Their quality, their detail is above all with paint apps and stuff like that. So they are expensive, pricey, but I've never been disappointed with the products. However, they were bought out by Funko, and I think that they are their own creator and own business. They do their own thing, but they have more opportunity to other licenses now that Funko, the big boss, has access to all those like licenses. So you're starting to see a lot more of those now. Before it was just like Batman anime series, and they made X-Men anime series. I was like, oh, they're gonna make Spider-Man anime series, and they made that as well. Now they're getting into like gargoyles. None of these, the gargoyles haven't been shown yet. These are 2025. I'm gonna paint a timeline for this ridiculousness that we're about to talk about today. So February starts. They had showed last year all these fire figures of all lines, and you're all excited. I gotta have all of it. I gotta have all of it. Everything looks everything I ever wanted. So, Rogue comes out. She's my first X-Men figure that I get. I don't have her in this room. But she's awesome, and she's done by the best sculptor there is, Alex Brewer. And anything he makes, I always know is going to be the best because he's always been really good at that. And now he's able to actually make that for the masses, and it's just so amazing. But February starts it off. So we get the Rogue figure, and then they release... yeah, the first scare glow of the MOTU jumbo figures. These are like 15-inch figures. They're really, really creative, see-through, glow-in-the-dark awesomeness. They look really, really great. They're expensive. They're like $260 or $230 or something like that for one of these. Basically, an articulation of a old vintage figure, maybe even less, because there's there's swivel at the hips and stuff. So sorry about that. So anyway, that's February. You got two really expensive figures, mind you. During this time, this is just stuff that I'm like watching or interested in. I don't get all of it or whatnot, but stuff I'm interested in. But there's other stuff that's dropped this whole time. And so, there's those things too. But in the month of March, nothing happens. We're good. April comes, they drop Tila from MOTU. She's insane. Absolutely bonkers figure. So I have her. I was good with just She-Ra, He-Man, Skeletor, Batman, Panther. Good. Good. Even though they're all lost. I was good. Then they get Tila, and she looked so damn good. I had to get her, and she's good. What are we in? June, April, May, June. Another month goes by. All right, that's good. And then we have another Scareglow Jumbo. This is a Christmas variant. Looks really cool, but there was that when it came out. I think there was a Connor in that time. Yeah, there was a Con. Maybe SDCC. But then, at the same time, there's also Cyclops for the X-Men line. Same time drops. Everyone needs this. They've been waiting for that Jim Lee cartoon Cyclops to go with the Rogue they just dropped. Gotta get that. July comes. The very next month. Now, mind you, all these drops, there's never a warning. There could be 3 days. You know, it's usually, like, if it's on, they drop on Tuesdays for these limited drops, right? And so they might show a peek of a picture on Friday. And then on Monday, they'll show another one, and then it drops on Tuesday. You don't know. And then you have to buy it, because a lot of these are down to 1,000 of a run, maybe 1,500, but a lot of times like 1,000 run. And if you don't buy it right away, it's gone. Like, very quickly. So, some of them last for like a day, but most of the time, some of them will be gone 20, 30 minutes. And if you're sitting there looking at the picture, they can be gone. So, no warning. You pay hundreds of dollars. You can do payment plans. Yeah, sure. You can. But when you keep dropping stuff and then you stack up payment plans until it doesn't really matter anymore, then it doesn't matter. So anyway, we're in July. This is when it gets crazy. They decided to drop another Cyclops. They just dropped one month 4. Remember that cartoon version? Well, now they're dropping the classic version. So you gotta get that. These are all con exclusives too. So the other ones, I don't know if they were con exclusives. I think they were just normal drops. And then you got like the full con drop. You get the first foray into the Mondo Ninja Turtles, the soft finals. They're large, 8-inch, I believe. Really, really awesome figures. Ray Fillet, I really want him. I definitely going to get that one. Love that figure. Awesome, awesome, awesome. You get the Nightmare Vessels. The first release of that is Halloween. You get the Halloween pumpkin. 2 Shifubis of Michael Myers in there. Super cool. Very, very cool. Then, same time, this is all happening. You can buy all these at the show while you're there. You get another Scareglow. You get the Cherry Blossom version, which is actually the pink one. So there you go. There is another one. Then you get this is to put the nail in the coffin. Let's just put you to bed with this one, because I was waiting all year. I said they're going to do this during this month. They couldn't wait. They couldn't do them separate. They had them do them at the same time. They decided to release Scareglow and Nightmare. Oh, I'm sorry. Scaremare is the name of that. No, I hate that name. Nightmare it is. It might be trademarked, but whatever. That's what I see. So, this thing's insane. Biggest wingspan I've ever seen. I think it's like 54 inches. Something ridiculous. I don't remember. And it looks awesome. But it was also $600. I think it was more than that. To get the whole set, it was like $880. I think with shipping and all that to get both. Are you insane? I don't have this money for this. Mind you, if you like the other stuff, you just heard the whole list that came out in July. So if you were expecting to get all those, and then a payment plan on this, it's nuts. So the Scareglow, newest version. Absolutely insane figure. It's going to be one of the best MOTU figures. I guarantee you when I get it. I got to have that. I've been waiting for it. I missed the first ones, and I'm glad I did. This is the one I wanted. But couldn't get the horse. It's fine. It'll just sit in the box. It'll be really huge, and it's awesome. But the Mythic Legion's Dragon's coming out, and that thing is as big as this table I'm sitting at. So I'm getting that bitch. For sure. Very excited about that. Fuck the horse. I want an evil in the rider, but whatever. It's too expensive. Can't get that. We move on. So I got Scareglow that month. That was it. That's it. I can't miss out on him. And again, these are all high price $200+ figures. All this stuff. But in August, with all this amazing stuff that they just dropped in July, they decided to give us another Rogue. The Rogue I was waiting for. Man, something seems off with this Rogue when I first got it. It's the freaking metallic version, or the comic book version as they call it. And it also came with the Sentinel base, because the first run of the limited Rogues came with the Sentinel base, which sold out instantly because they decided to take the most wanted X-Men character and put her as a limited release instead of a time release, which they were doing up until that time on all the figures. So that was really awesome. And since then, they decided to continue on that with figures that everyone seems to want. They put them on a timed 1,000 limited run. Awesome. Good job on that. That's really great. Anyway, August comes, you get Rogue. They drop that. Then they give you Juggernaut Soft Vinyl, the second version. It's like a black version. Looks really cool. Awesome Capcom style. Juggernaut fits in with Marvel Legends figures and stuff like that, but they've been releasing different colors of them as well. Then finally, Thundercat fans get the Lionel figure. First figure in that line. That's going to be crazy. That figure's awesome. I definitely will be getting the Mumra in that one. Maybe even the Slife. But definitely not collecting that whole line. You know they're going to kill it on Chitara. If Chitara looks sexy, like, if they do her right, I might get that. I might get that. But I'm definitely getting Mumra. That's for sure. But anyway, August. This is the figure I've been waiting for like my whole life. And we're talking about Poison Ivy. We got Harley right there. Alex sculpted her. His like so many good pieces of Poison Ivy and Harley Quinn that he was making before all this. So I knew he was going to kill it. And I knew once he came out with Harley Quinn, they were going to let him do Poison Ivy. And we finally have it. Only thing I had up until this time that would represent my favorite Poison Ivy iteration in the Batman universe, and that's going to be the animated series. And we just had the animated series figures from Kenner back in the day in the 90s. And very static, like figure or whatever. And I have that one on card, but I've always like waited for going. They have the Funkos, they're not good or whatever. To really like be like, that's the figure. So finally, the Mondo one. It looks so good too. I'm telling you, he's like so good. So she is gonna go so perfect next to Harley, who is my favorite Mondo figure I have. I play with it all the time. It's so well done. So I can't wait to. I hope the Poison Ivy is just like that. I don't like the Mondo's the best when it comes to cell shading for sure. It looks like it popped right off the screen. Even cell shading a lot has to do with like the lighting and the animation and whatnot. So they're able to bring that to life, that representation to life. Look like it pop right off the screen. with the cell shading that they do. And actually, that's kind of like its curse to it as well, because the MOTU figures are more of like a realistic look to them, versus when you get into any of the cartoon lines, whether it's Batman, X-Men, or Spider-Man, they go with like very screen accurate cell shading, and they do a great job with it. I collect the Batman figures more so. I have a lot of them, selective on every Mondo figure, but I have a lot of them. And they do have a cell shading. It doesn't bother me as much. I think because a lot of the Batman figures are such darker colors, the cell shading isn't as noticeable as it is on, like, say, like Wolverine or, you know, like Rogue. A lot of, like, greens and yellows and stuff like that. It, like, pops out. We're in September. They release another Scare Glow. This is now, I believe, the fourth and the last one. This is going to be the vintage style version of this one, just in the larger size. These all glow. Like I said, the glows are amazing. They're absolutely crazy. These things are crazy. I wish I could have got them, but like I said, 260 or whatever. Then they drop. I've been waiting for this. Spider-Man Animated is one of my favorite lines growing up, and Batman Animated. Collect those toys. Still have them. So, super excited. I'm getting Spider-Man. Yes, finally I get the Spider-Man I want. This is going to be the last one. They dropped it during the same time as another one that's going to come up. I'm about to mention to you. And I couldn't get it. I'm like, I'm not getting it. And that was one thing. And the cell shading I just didn't like. So I just, for $220 something, it didn't wow me enough to want to buy it, unfortunately. And that one sold out like really fast. But during that same month, this is the one I've been waiting for a long time too. Like I said, they're after my heart. They make the stuff I always wanted as a kid, and I'm not kidding you. They make it exactly how I wanted. This is what you would want. So very excited. So they make the All Real Monsters from Nickelodeon. This is like one of my favorite things. I want figures of these. I have the action figures. I have the Funkos. That's pretty much all they've made of stuff. They got plushies, little stuffed animals. They look like they dropped right off the screen. These things are absolutely crazy. I had to get them. Luckily, there are these new sets of figures where you get the whole cartoon, all the main characters at one time in one collection. And it wasn't much. It was like $105 or $110 or something like that. And you get all the characters, plus extra face swap outs and other side characters. A really awesome set. I can't wait to get it. You know, I'm very excited about them. I'm waiting for a long time. They showed them off last year. That was like one of my top ones, so I definitely couldn't miss that one. But like during this time, you know, I have like the Poison Ivy the month before. You got the All Real Monsters during this month. The month before the Poison Ivy, you had the Scare Glow. And then, you know, in April that you had the Tila. And then the Rogue the month before. So almost 2 months time off in between all those months. Now we're in October. We're coming up to the end of the year. This is when they're going to start. All the companies, not just Mondo. All the companies are going to give you all the fire they've waited all year for, because they got to get their banks up right at the end, that last quarter, get all their sales in, to make their investors happy, all that kind of stuff. Everyone's having deals, Black Friday deals, Black Friday this weekend, and you know, Christmas sales and all that stuff coming out, people selling stuff. So it gets a little crazy during the holidays. So it's not the best time for companies to continuously drop stuff, especially in high amounts. So we're into October, my favorite month. We're coming up to the end of the year. A lot of figures still haven't come out yet, and they start coming, and these ones start getting harder to get. They decided to give you the definitive MOTU Faker. Looks so amazing. I not get this one. It sold out very quickly. It was limited. I wish I did. It is really, really cool. I didn't have the money for it. Something else came out during that month. I had to make a sacrifice, but this figure is definitely the definitive one. Also, they decided to drop the anime series Venom. I waited for this figure for so long. This is another one I wanted so bad. It looks cell shaded. Looks like it popped right off the screen. Now, I don't, and I have never liked the red, white, and black Venom from the anime series. They do like, it's like half and half. One's blue, one's red. It looks awesome in the cartoon because that's the shading, but I hate it in real life. I don't think it translates very well. Although I think Mondo absolutely kills it with the translation. It could be in a light in the DTOV or display case, and it looks like it's moving in the animation. So, like I said, their cell shading is like bar none. But that's October. We're not done. We're not done. So yeah, the Venom comes out. The next Nightmare Vessel, Series 2, that's American Werewolf in London, with the little Shifubis inside. Really cool. Awesome if you're a horror collector. And these things glow in the dark, too. Then they release, first time ever, real Ghostbusters. So they're going to be making them in their first foray into the 1/12 scale action figure, looking like everything we've ever wanted. for the real Ghostbusters. We never got action figures. We've always wanted screen accurate ones. They come with the Ghost. You can get the 2-pack or the single pack. 2-pack's $202. And you get Sam Hain, one, and all these figures come with like top Ghosts that are in the cartoon. So that's crazy. They're very to scale accurate and whatnot. I had to have the real Ghostbusters. I've been waiting. It's one of my dreams. I just need the 4 characters. Dara Janine. I do want her. I always wanted the toy version of her. She could be chilling with April and shit like that. So I definitely want that figure. And then the Ghostbusters. I don't really need a Ghost, but they look so cool, and maybe one of them will get me. But I just wind up last day getting the Peter, and then they're gonna start dropping into the MOTU 2000X series of action figures in the 1/12 scale, and they're making those characters in the detail that they do with the larger characters in a small format. It's gonna be bonkers. But then they give me the knockout, because this is one of the figures. I said last year in one of my videos, Batman Anime Series, the only figures I need left: Poison Ivy, Scarecrow, Clayface. I'm done. I got all the figures I need. I needed Man Bat. They made them last year. What's first? Poison Ivy. Then they dropped Scarecrow. I've been waiting for him my whole life. I say this because, like I said, I've collected these lines since I was a kid. I collect these specific characters from those lines. This is the definitive version for me in my head canon, as well as the toy that I would always want. So this Scarecrow I've waited for so long. And this thing has all these different heads from all the different seasons. So cool. This is all I ever need of the Scarecrow. All I ever need. I have the little Kenner toy. It's just ridiculous. So there's no way. And that was limited too. That was limited for Scarecrow. Sold out. I got that for sure. Like, I had to make a sacrifice. Luckily, they did a long pre-order on the Ghostbusters, so I was able to get him like basically a month later. But then they released the Ninja Turtle black. They're the soft vinyl Ninja Turtles 4-pack in black and white, which is a con exclusive. They look really good. Comic version, black, white, and red. They look really good. Actually, I was kind of like, I kind of like one of those. But they do have some other black and white figures coming out, such as Baxter Stockman, and he looks insane with these giant red eyes. I'm definitely getting that. Some of these figures, the villains, I'm going to get the Turtles for sure. Because they're like really nice like end caps and stuff to like put. They do accentuate the collection good, especially if you're like a turtle collector. They look great. They really did. And they're supposed to have a really nice tactile, adult tactile feel of the old Playmates figures. So excited about that. So they dropped them too. I didn't get that. I just wound up getting Scarecrow. Couldn't miss that out. Peter, we wind up picking him later. Had to pass on Venom. Had to pass on Faker. This is all in October. They're crazy. Where do you think that we get this money? You're just milking us dry. Just milking us dry. November, we're in the current month. This is what they've released so far, and I think they're done until we get to December and decide to kill us right at the end. So, we have Batman Beyond. Well, that was limited. That sold out instantly. I think that was one of the fastest sellouts, actually. People went bonkers. It looks crazy. The cell shading on that actually looks great. It looks like it's like a figure standing in the dark when it's just there in the light. Very cool. Then you got, Anti-Eternia Battle Cat. That's very limited. $500. Sold out right away. Very fast. I think like in 20 minutes maybe. Crazy. Then they released another Juggernaut. The version 3, it was like the psychedelic version, so black version. Looked really cool, actually. It's like gamer version is what I think of it. So you got another version that has 3 if you're collecting those. Then you get the Spider-Man black suit. Now I missed the first Spider-Man. And then I missed the Venom. But I said, you know what? That's fine. I'll get the black Spider-Man and Carnage when he comes out and the Shocker. And I'll be good. Lizard probably too if they make him really cool. But those 3 specifically. Hobgoblin's probably going to be cool too. Let's stick to the 3 that I had in my head. That was it. I missed the other ones. I'll get that. They decide to release Spider-Man as a limited. They say they're not going to release him again. I think they will. But that's what I'm saying. Like, they take off the cell shading. He's got blue cell shading. Looks cool. Looks like it popped off. Looks like it's dark. Staying in the dark and the light. It's crazy. Looks good, but I'm going to look at that not in the dark. I'm going to look at that on my table with the light on, and I'm going to see the blue line around his head. I don't want to see that. So, and also because I was trying to catch up from all this other crap. Like, I'm sick. I'm oversaturated. Like, I'm sick of buying all this stuff, dude. It's the stuff I want. Like I said, all this stuff I waited in my life, and that's it. It's done. I don't have to get that anymore. It's nice. It's done. I'm almost done with all the Batman figures. He-Man figures, very selective on those. They got a couple that are coming out that they're going to be killing them with. So you gotta be picky and choosy, but it's just been never ending. So during this whole time, all these things are coming out. There's Godzilla stuff dropping all over the place. Just great stuff. They're dropping vinyls. They're dropping posters. Other stuff I didn't mention on here was coming out too. There's always like so much, but these are like the main things that I'm always like following and whatnot. Things that I would be interested in. And just if you were interested in getting them all, there'd be pretty much no way. You really have to select what you want. So I guess that's just like my thing. That was my gripe today. I wanted to discuss that Mondo needs to calm down. Their stuff is amazing. Their stuff is so good. And I'll shill for them all day, but you need to give us some time. I'm not a well that continues to fill up each time. I need a little bit of time to like stack up and repair so I can get back in it again. You can release a couple at a time, but you can't drop a whole list of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then one of them be $880. No, we're not doing $800. We're not doing that. We're not doing this $300 bullshit constantly. Every month. That's too much. We're not doing Hot Toys every month. No, we're not. No, we're not. But I digress. They have so much new stuff coming out. So many other licenses. Like I said, they're going to start doing anime figures. They're going to do more cartoon figures. They got gargoyle figures coming out. But in any case, Mondo's not going to stop. And I'm going to keep just giving in because I'm just a wuss when it comes to those guys. I'm just sucking at the teeth. No, they make such good stuff. They're artists. They're absolutely talented. They have the best sculptors in the game. A lot of these guys that come from Instagram, they were already killing it, making their own stuff, and now they're working for Mondo, absolutely destroying the game. Their stuff is expensive. It's worth it. Everything I've ever gotten, I've never regretted it. Actually, I have all of it still, besides the Rogue that's about to go, because I can't collect another line. So I do have the replacement head. It does look good. And she still does sell for some money. Harley and all those characters I have in the background. Put all my He-Mans away for now, so I don't have anything out. I just wanted to discuss today. Have a little chat. This went longer than I thought. But, man, my gripes. I always be mad about Mondo dropping shit. I literally, like, heart be racing, like, please. Oh, please. Nothing this month. Just let me get caught up before you drop something new. And then they show a sneak peek and be like, a hand coming out. Like, oh, my God. That's going to be Spider-Man bike suit. So I know a lot of you guys feel that way too, and a lot of you guys may have had a bad experience with Mondo in the past. Their customer service is great now, and their quality of stuff, I really haven't had problems with any of the stuff. It's awesome, and if you do, you reach out. That stuff's expensive. You better replace it. It's freaking $200. But it definitely, people who aren't fans, they see it, they like it. I'm telling you, people like, man, what is this? I can't believe this looks just like the cartoon. I know, right? So really awesome. We got other fresh stuff coming for you guys. Stay tuned to the channel. If you got something out of this, hit that like button. If you did, thank you guys for checking this out, giving me some of your time. I much appreciate it. I'm a Toy Chic, and until next time, mad love, geek out. See you guys soon.